Hey everybody, this is Queen Monika. I'm about to get started. I just need to send the linkies over and I'll get started in a few minutes. So hang tight and I'll be right there. Alright, everybody, I'm about to get started in a few minutes. Just hang tight, and I'll get started with the game. Alright, everybody, welcome to the stream. This is Queen Monika. I've been gone for a very long time. I'm just doing my minor adjustments. Hopefully everybody can hear me. So anyway, I've been dying to do this game for a while. I've been doing it offline with my partner, just kind of practicing what I want to do. So the idea behind Ace Attorney is I really fucking love this game, and I think I already beat it several times, and I actually found it fun to do voices for all the characters. So I'm gonna do my best to give each character their really, their individual voice, but there may be times where I might run out of voices to do, so some characters in between the other two titles might share similar voices. So just, just keep in mind that. So anyway, I'm just doing this for shits and giggles. I'm really not coming to YouTube to monetize any of my shit. I just want to do this for fun. You can watch me do some crazy ass voices on here. So yeah. I'm gonna do my best to do different voices to the best of my ability. As you can all tell, I have kind of a deep voice. It is what it is. But if Aaron Hansen can do fucking 100 voices, then I might as well give it a shot. Even though I'm not a trained voice actor or whatever, I might as well just put my own spin on it. I might do the occasional joke here and there, so if you're easily offended, just go watch something else. Go watch PewDiePie. Don't waste your time with me if you get easily offended. I'm not up for people's bullshit on getting offended over the littlest things. If you get offended, just get out of my stream and go somewhere else. You're not welcome if you get easily offended. Otherwise, if you're not easily offended, have fun, watch my stream. You can get a kick at some of the voices I came up with, some of these characters. And yeah, so like I said, I'm just here to have fun. And I'm gonna get started a little earlier than I announced, because I really want to get into this. And Ace Attorney is one of my favorite games. And I can't wait to share the voice stylings that I came up with for these characters. So without further ado, I'm gonna get started. So I kind of picked a different voice for every character. I think for Maya and Phoenix, since they're the main protagonists, I'm just gonna use my regular voice for Maya and Phoenix. But for everybody else, I'm gonna try to change it up a little bit. I switch it up a little bit. Some characters will have really annoying voices, as all anime characters do. And yeah, so like I said, with my partner right now, we're up to the second Ace Attorney game. She's getting a kick out of it, and I'm hoping I can bring some personality to these characters through using my actual voice. Now, I would only be able to do this for about an hour, because when I played the game with my partner, I can't really, like, my voice gets tired after an hour. So I'm just pretty much gonna do like an hour of this shit, and then I'm gonna cut it down to the next two things I'm gonna do tonight. So in between the titles, I'm gonna change the title and create a new video for every game I'm tackling tonight. So in tonight's lineup, we're starting out the opening. The opener is gonna be an hour of Ace Attorney, and then after Ace Attorney, like around, I want to say like around, like between like 5:30 and 6:30, I'm gonna start the next game. So between 6:30 and 6:45, I'm gonna take like a 15-minute break, get something to drink, and then come back and do one level of Master Blaster Zero, which I can do in like 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna finish the night out with Castlevania 3. So I hope you all stay tuned. The videos will be linked on Discord. I'm connected to various Discord sites, so I'll post a link up there for every game. And so without further ado, I'm going to start with Ace Attorney. And like I said, Maya and Phoenix are going to use my regular voice, and then everybody else is going to have their own individual voice. I will have the chat open on my computer screen, but I won't be responding, like I won't be able to type anything down. But if you do ask me a question, and if I see your question, like if you ask me something, I'll respond, and and I'll give you a response to the question, through the game. But anyway, time to get started with Ace Attorney. This is one of my favorite titles. Definitely in my top 10 of all times, the entire series. I love this series. It's just awesome. And my favorite character is Godot. And I can't wait to get to Godot, because I have a voice for Godot. And if you're a snubster, I plan to mimic one of the snubsters for Prosecutor Godot. So when we get there, let's see if you can kind of catch on to see who I'm imitating. Anyway, without further ado, here's Ace Attorney. I can't get caught, not like this. I gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. I'm telling you. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of those reasons I became an attorney. Oh, that's nice to me. I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life! Everything! It's over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty! Give me the death sentence! I ain't afraid to die! What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over! I'm finished! Finished! I can't live in a world without her! I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Nick, you gotta tell me! Who took my baby away? My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since high school. Since grade school. I will make mistakes, so, fuck it. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Court is now in session for the trial of Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge for your client's sake. I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Handshaking, the test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Oh, I knew this one. I read the case report cover so many times. Oh, shit. Oh, damn it, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you sure you're up? Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim, of course. I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I feel a migraine coming on. The victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R1 button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, so who's the victim in this case? Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone? Correct. See, I played this game so many fucking times, I know who the victim is. I don't even need to read that shit right now. But that's only for the first case. Anyway, let's keep going. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all of my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you please explain to the court what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the thing. It was found lying on the floor, next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. Evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R button. Check the
Mr. Payne, the prosecution would like to call its first witness.
The prosecution calls defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information you might help your client's case. Boy, let me start that over. Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your help. I can't talk. Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem! Mr. Butts, it is true that the victim had recently dumped you. Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I was dumped. She wasn't taking any of my calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dump. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor. Sorry, my voice is getting a little tired. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong ways. Should I? Stop him from answering. My client had no idea what the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna drop dead. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is not looking so good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I did not. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do now? I guess I'm gonna have an answer, honestly. I know, send a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Moron.
Order! Wow, Mr. Butts.
Dude, chill! She wasn't home, man, so I, didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's... Sorry, wrong voice. The man who found the victim's body
Just before making the gruesome discovery.
He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sowen to the stand. Oh, he definitely did his shit, I'll tell you that. Mr. Sowen, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspaper subscriptions. Newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sowen!
Wait, wrong voice.
Mr. Sowen, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. And then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working, so I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, it was 1 o'clock p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sent him right over there. Harry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor. Right, this is it. Real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? You're supposed to expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? The client is innocent, right? And that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in that. First, find contradictions in the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found a contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with R1 and point out the contradictions in the testimony. Witness. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must have been in a hurry because he left the apartment half open he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I wailed in fright. Right. He is full of crap. This one is dead. Alright. Let's see. Bullshit. And I'm gonna present this piece of evidence right here. Boom! Round one, bitch. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death is sometime after 4 p.m. Therefore, nobody or no body was found at 1 p.m. So what do you have to say about that, shift brains? How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh,
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Straw, why were you so sure that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
That's a good question. Hey, John, way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again?
Time of discovery. You see, I found the body when I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but 3 hours later, it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time of it on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examination the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I got this. Alright, let's see if you're full of shit, kid. Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay, right here. He's full of shit. Electricity to Mr. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. You are full of shit, pal.
Objection!
I'm flanking you. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said that there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Shaw?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Shaw, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And then you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. I must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Shaw. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't it? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You definitely saw something.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. See what kind of shit you're gonna pull, pal. I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little bit doubtful. I'm really sorry, I only remember that table clock.
A table clock?
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. Squeeze on him. The murder weapon. Yes! The table clock was used as a weapon. That's what I saw. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Objection. Wait a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Ah! You and with your objections and your evidence, who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawyer. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problem with his testimony?
I'm going to say yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because... You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder! Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove it I went there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawyer, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burnt into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
Well, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard no. I mean, I saw... Ah! Shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should be burned. Burn! Give him death!
Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, your claim, the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
Whole case is right. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawyer heard was definitely from this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Okay, try sounding the clock. Let's try sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, the clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawyer heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawyer, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. What's he talking about? Why, when it may seem like this clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Damn it. So close.
Mr. Wright, it seems that you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sharp.
I came all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime! I almost had him. God damn it. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it. Not so fast, Mr. Sawyer. Mia! I mean, Chief! Listen up, Mike. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Yes, it doesn't mean you can still win. I think you know the clock. Don't waste your time down the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and take it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? If you have the reason, then you'll have the proof. Right? Can you think of a reason why the clock would be running slow? Yes. Wait, maybe I can't prove it. You have the evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found the evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that may prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see the evidence that proves the clock was running slow.
Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Soen? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Ugh.
Order, I say? Well, this case surely turned out different than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and was taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the two culprits at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but the court finds the defendant, Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned.
It turns out Frank Soet was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when the people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Soet let himself in to do his own dirty work. And while he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Soet grabbed the nearest blunt item he could find and cracked that skull open. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job, man. Congratulations. Sorry, that was a burp. Excuse me, everybody. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in here. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief look this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Nick! Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good, wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks, I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook, you dick. Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present. Present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well,
Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. No, doesn't that make you just want to cry?
Larry? Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay?
Well, I'm not just sympathizing. Oh, really? Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about you? Huh? Oh, right. Clock, you dumbass. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just a chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
Think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent ones.
Yeah.
Speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him?
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me about it more sometime. Maybe over drinks. And so my first trial came to a close.
Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends."
But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us unless you have to count the clock he gave me up. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end! I am going to save it in this spot for the sake of this Let's Play. So I'm going to stop here. Stay tuned. I'm going to play the next game probably in the next 4 minutes. I'm just going to set it up, change the title, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So if you're on the channel, stay tuned, hang tight. I'll be back in 5 minutes.